Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So Alabama's offense will get the first swing today. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing. Kirk, we are just 16 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
He stopped them after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job on the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's found some room with the 45. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback was feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. A big hit by the linebacker. Visible tackle there. Big versus big. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The Seminoles looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Back to throw. It's Ware. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? 3rd down play for this offense. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure you can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And this,
the kick is blocked. Somebody got a hand on that. Big guys up front, line up. It's first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Handoff here from the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Extending the play now. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Looking to pass this time. Bringing pressure. Oh, the sack was made there by the freshman.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
2nd down now after the sack. We'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll stop him short of the line of game.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
This one is right through. So we have our first points in the board. That makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside 5. Return is brought down. It's a start for the next drive. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right. This one caught. And he gets out of bounds after gaining a few yards. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The loss sets up a 2nd and long for the 20. Handing off on the draw play. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
What a job by this defense. Completely sniffed out the draw play here. I think they saw it from the time the huddle broke. Absolutely stuffed that play for no gain.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looks to the left. Pass caught. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain to bring out 4th down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt the play. He'll field the punt. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
2nd down play coming up. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up 1st downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule to get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that previous play. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, I'd love to see this quarterback sit in there and take the hit. But, man, he's got to do a better job of recognizing where to go with the ball and just throw it away. You can't throw it in double coverage.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Running back has it on a screen now. Put some space around the 30. And they pick up the 1st down. Tackled at the 25.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful.
And he lost it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
Offense facing second and goal. Or it's snapped to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Going for a big play downfield. And is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Come up with a stop this time. Makes a quick catch.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Now it's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Quarterback still with the football. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that right play.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary. Potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did a nice chunk of yards. Really a nice tackle. Prevented it from going all the way.
Quick pass, the catch is made. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Fourth down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out.
Ready,
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the slow throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They roll down. The quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. He's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. Boy, Chris.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35. The Noles will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental side and their confidence. And you start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Hand it off for a draw. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Dropping back. It's Ware. Catch made on the left side. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. The Seminoles are going to cash in here in the red zone. They'll try to run it with the option. Impressive spin move. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. They were backed up to start the drive. It's some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
Well, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The runner scoots out of bounds and will gain some decent yardage.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism of the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary, and it brings certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Crossing the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the fourth quarter, really starts to wear you out.
That's incomplete. Cleveland on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
And you gotta love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
They'll hand it off. Got a lane. Can he get in? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Turner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And the Florida State offense is back onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. What I've been always impressed with are defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And Nola come up to the line to crank the tempo out. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To the air. It's Ware. Grab made by the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The offense going with the hurry up. Looking to pass here on second down. The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. No huddle now for the offense. We're going to throw for it on third and short. And the pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the Seminoles will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Choosing to return the punt. And the returner will be brought down. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Just a really good job by the corner here, recognizing this wide receiver screen. Because he was so quick to react, when the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball's thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down with a huge completion.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And run down at the line by that big defensive tackle.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will on the field.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
So they get stopped trying to run the ball on first and goal. Now they take a sack here on second down. A offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on this defensive coordinator because right now the defense seems to have the upper hand.
The pocket breaking down. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on third down. And now a fourth down decision coming out. So they elect to send out the field goal unit, trying to add 3 points to their total before the end of the half. He knocks this one right through. And that will extend the lead even further. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. They'll return it from inside the 5. Return a tackle right there. That's where they start the drive. So it's first down, but they'll just take a knee and head to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors for our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And the kickoff will be returned. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Backed up at their own 14. Looking downfield, it's Ware. Receiver makes the grab.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. The Noles come to the line on the hurry up.
And this offense does a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. First and long now after the penalty. Snags the quick throw. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On third down, he drops to throw. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. An explosive play. Big gain across the field to the 42.
Well, it doesn't take long to figure out what kind of adjustments they made at halftime. Here we are, the very first series to start the second half in the championship game, and they're taking shots downfield. They clearly see matchups they want to take advantage of.
Picks up 3 yards, so second and 7. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to pass, it's Ware. The short completion of the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The tackle made with the sophomore quarterback showing us some arm strength. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Caught quickly. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They're going to run it here. They finally bring him down at the 5. It's really threatening now.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown. Knowles. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot. We're going to find the end zone this time. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
There's a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. The quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Looking to scramble now. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run, but pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keeping it on the ground here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back is having a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do it.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see how the play stands. So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team the game.
42 Spider. Flex.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tie.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more. Kickoff team is on the field, so they'll give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. And the Seminole. on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense making adjustments. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. Here's the second down play. Back to pass. It's Ware. This time it's complete. The Seminoles come up to the line in the hurry-up. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Quick throw to the left side. He pulls in the catch. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. And you know it's first and 10.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And what a brought down right at the 38-yard line. Offense in hurry-up mode. Second down, we're going to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the tackling did not before he picks up the first. A new set of downs after that completion.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
He'll toss it to the back. Finally out of bounds after a solid game, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards.
On the double.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Here we go.
To throw. It's Ware. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do. They're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Fires it on the move. Has his clock right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the beat down continues. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time when we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard, and he's so much fun to watch.
Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner steps out at the 16-yard line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The fumble the last time out symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And now the running back's got it again. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. And in this battle for the national championship, it has been a beatdown so far. Not what you hoped for. Let's review how we got here. Short connection to the tight end here. Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense in bounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Scanning the field. It's Ware. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him with great execution on the screen pass to the defense there.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down at the 7. Offense set him down with a first and goal. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense is not giving up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. The return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. They begin with a quick throw to the left. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
He shreds the tackle. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Right, second down play coming up. Big throw caught on the left side. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch, a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. And the defense get a stop here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass rush closing in. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. They can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. They didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
Hand off to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground now.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Quick throw with the quarterback off the RPO. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. This will be the 9th play on the drive. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Running out of time in the pocket. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. So now on comes the field goal unit. The attempt is no good. After the miss, it's still a 21-point lead.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's tackled after the catch. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. The throw, it's Ware. Accurate throw, catch made near the sideline. He does get the ball down. Line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield over 48. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Oh, and it's incomplete. Tried a little lob pass there, but doesn't work.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Looking to throw again. It's incomplete. That was was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better. It's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
The Noles with 1st and 10 here.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw. They couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes a catch downfield. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. The offense will have a 1st and goal. The Seminoles looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. It's Ware. He left with no option. Just has to throw it away.
On the ready.
2nd down and goal upcoming. Here's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Near the goal line. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. Well, a field goal here does them no good. So the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Formation indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The offense starts with a short field. Handoff here from the shotgun. No way to run up the middle. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. But really entertaining one was someone who called a get-the-W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. They've put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide.